Jesse Hernandez with MYFL Brands. We have a special guest here with us, and her name is...
Hi, I'm Lea Rofles from Girls on the Run of Atlanta.
That's awesome. And with us also, we have Mighty Then, co-founder of MYFL Brands, and we wanted to bring you Lea. So if you are not aware what Girls on the Run is, Lea, can you give our audience a little gist of what Girls on the Run?
Yeah. So Girls on the Run is a nonprofit, and we offer positive youth development programs to girls in 3rd through 8th grade. So we use social emotional learning skills to build confidence in girls combined with running to really focus on the holistic health of girls. So we know that this time in elementary and middle school can be challenging for girls, and we're all about offering programs for mental health, social health, physical health, just to build girls up when they need it most to set them on a great future. So yeah, we're all about building confidence in girls, having fun, but also talking it out like we're doing today. Our programs are primarily after school, during the school year in elementary and middle schools. And then we also have a summer camp, not a summer camp this summer, but we also have a summer camp program.
Sorry. So thank you for letting us know what Girls on the Run is. What is your role in the greater Atlanta district?
Yeah, so I am the executive director. We have a small staff of 6 who help run the program, and I am kind of a generalist in my specific role. I am finance and IT and HR and sales and fix the printer and all those things. Lead our team. We have a really diverse team of youth developers, former educators, marketing gurus, and we're this sort of really tight, small but mighty force putting together these programs and building awareness of our program in Atlanta so we can serve more girls. And I've been with the organization for 7 years. When I started, there were just 3 of us. So we've been growing and expanding, and I just love it. The job is so me that it's part of my life, and I love our team as well.
That is awesome. So you did mention, I heard you mention 2 things, that the program is mainly focused after school, and it is for girls. With COVID, and you also said that you had a summer program. So what kind of impact has COVID had on the organization, and what challenges are you currently facing for this upcoming school year in the fall? Because I know that you have a fall program and then you have a run in the fall. So what are some of the challenges, or how's your organization going to overcome those challenges?
There is just so much uncertainty right now. It is, we've created, umpteen scenarios that could happen, and they're probably none of them going to happen, right? So we were in the midst of our spring season when schools closed. So girls, we had 110 teams at schools around Atlanta, and they had been meeting for 6 weeks. We had 6 weeks left to go in the season until our season culminating 5K. So we were actually able to transition to virtual lessons, at least, try to get the girls to meet with their coaches on Zoom. But it was a little clunky for everyone. I mean, everyone was trying to navigate it in their own way. But we were also trying to figure out the technology piece and safety online. My goodness, that opened up a huge concern of ours about how to engage safely with kids online. And we heard from a lot of families that girls were getting zoomed out just from being on screens all day through school. But we powered through and did the best we can. And we actually had an amazing virtual 5K celebration. We encouraged girls and families to sort of complete the event in a way that was accessible to them. We serve a really diverse population. So we mailed postcards to all of the girls with activities that they could do in their homes. We had live workouts and inspiration on Instagram. And we also just offered people, hey, if you can run, if it's safe to run or walk in your neighborhood, then go for it. And we created Zoom rooms so girls could see their coaches online the morning of the event. And it was just awesome. We saw families in their living rooms, on their backyards, walking around their neighborhood. And it made participants feel like they were part of something, which is what we're all about at Girls on the Run. Building healthy connections is so important for girls, right? So summer is typically pretty quiet. We'll do like a week of summer camp. We did our first summer camp last summer, and so we were going to do it again this summer, and just decided not to for safety. So what we have been trying to do is figure out what we're going to do in the fall, and also try to put out some relevant content for girls so they can continue to focus on themselves and their confidence. We talk a lot about emotions and standing up for yourself, and this is just a really confusing time for everyone, but for kids especially, that we don't know what the long-term impact will be, right? And so their routines have changed, their summer plans got canceled, they're unable to make connections with kids. So we've done a couple of things. We have really amplified our social media presence with just a lot of positivity, with resources for families. We've created Dear Addie, which is kind of like this podcast. So we invite girls to send questions to us about things that they might be experiencing, like, you know, I'm experiencing a negative emotion, or how do I connect with people in this virtual space? And we'll have one of our coaches answer it on video. And so we've been creating all these short videos to provide content for girls. We've also created a pen gal program, so girls, former participants, can write letters to each other. And really, yeah, just trying to engage in any way that we can. And then fall, our big message is Girls on the Run is not canceled. We are going to do everything we can to make this happen in the way that's safe for our girls, and in the way that the schools and community will allow us. So if we're in a grassy patch down the street from your school, we'll do that. If we have to go virtual, we'll go virtual. But we right now are just really paying attention to what schools are doing and piloting some our lessons to be delivered virtually. What are the girls resonating? You know, we can't do half an hour of physical activity in Zoom. So what kind of activities can you do that are shorter but get you moving? And what can you do on your own versus with your coaches? So just really taking this time to provide content, but also taking the time to just really plan so we can deliver solidly, because girls are gonna need us. They need us now. They're gonna need us. This is emotionally affecting everyone, and we are here. We provide the support already, and so we got to be ready to keep doing that and do it even better this fall, given the situation.
I 1000% agree. These are unprecedented times that I don't think any of us have ever faced in the past. And I can definitely understand where you're coming from, where, you know, girls are struggling. I see that even with my own daughter, Valerie, that A, there's days where she's bored out of her mind. B, there's times where she is like literally computered out, zoomed out, phoned out. And I think I've seen her pick up more books now that she's just like, I just don't want to look at a screen anymore. So that's a big challenge of what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? How do we go back into having some sort of physical activity? Val was part of the Girls on the Run when she was, not this year, but the year prior, and she loved it. She communicated it as a sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
We are all, you know, aiming to be better runners. I guess for her was better runners, better cheerleaders within amongst themselves. So I as a parent see the value of this program, and I'm a big advocate for it as well. If parents do want to have more information about Girls on the Run Atlanta, or maybe even they know someone across in other states, this Girls on the Run is international, and they, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Leah, correct me if I'm wrong, they do offer programs in each state.
Yep, there is a council in all 50 states. There are actually 4 councils here in Georgia where we are. So yeah, if you're outside of the Atlanta area, you can just look up girlsontherun.org and find a location near you.
And if they would like to be part of Girls on the Run Atlanta, what is the best way that they can do it?
Yeah, so if you have a girl in 3rd through 8th grade in your life, this fall we are planning to have site-based teams. So it might be associated with your girls' elementary or middle school, and we will meet in person if we're able. We are outdoor programs, so that makes us feel a little bit better about getting the girls outside and active. We will also be offering virtual only teams. And so if you're choosing to be virtual, or your girl needs to meet virtually, there will be an option to sign up for a virtual team. And you'll probably connect with girls from different schools and communities around Atlanta. So we're actually really excited about that. And just, yeah, looking forward to girls connecting in that way that they didn't know before, right? So registration for the fall season will open in mid-August. Right now, we are trying to recruit sites to offer the program. So if you're affiliated with a community organization or a school, definitely look us up and let us know. We're also looking for coaches. So all of our teams are led by phenomenal volunteers who are truly mentoring the girls and providing these real world experiences that can help the girls build their confidence. And teachers, we know, will be particularly stressed this fall. A lot of our coaches are teachers, but we do have community volunteers as well. And so we anticipate our need for community volunteers to be even greater. And perhaps you can coach a virtual only team from your living room without having to travel across town for traffic. And so sign up your girl, let us know if you have a site in mind, or look into being a coach. It's extremely fun and rewarding. We provide all the materials and all the lessons and all the training, but we definitely could not do our program without volunteers. And then another, I would be remiss if I didn't say, we are experiencing some of the effects of the economy. We are anticipating more of our families will have a financial need in order to participate. We want to make sure that Girls on the Run is for every girl, and we are accessible to all girls. So our fees are on a sliding scale. So we're still going to need to provide shoes and bras and items to lower income girls. We also give every girl, a shirt and a water bottle and a medal for the 5K, and those things cost money. Training our coaches, all of those things. So if you're feeling generous, we also welcome donations to keep this program going, because as we just mentioned, girls are going to need us this fall, so we gotta deliver on our promise.
I'm really interested to hear about how you guys were dealing with COVID and some of the feedback maybe from the parents as well, about how they're handling it as well with the girls.
Yeah, so I mentioned that we're sort of testing out delivering our program virtually, right? In the spring, we just had to do it on the spot, but now we've had time to plan and really think through what pieces of the lesson make sense and what pieces don't make sense to do in this environment. And so we've had, I think, about 20 girls in a pilot that we've been doing, and the feedback from parents has been phenomenal. It's also fun for us to see girls, right? We're not seeing our program in action right now, and it's just been wonderful. But we've heard from several parents about how meaningful it was for their girls just to connect, to see each other, and also just have a space just for her, that they weren't really sure how it was going to go, but she was always looking forward to the lessons, and afterwards just couldn't stop talking about it. So we've received great feedback, and that gives us a lot of hope for the fall, where spring was just so immediate and everyone was just kind of bombarded with all the information. But now that we've had time to plan and families have had time to kind of get into the rhythm of online interactions, or online one day, in person the next day, I think that we'll have the same feedback, and more families understand the value, as Ketsi was saying, of what we're trying to do for girls.
Yeah, definitely. I think helping girls establish or continue that sense of community and socializing, which is one of the things that I think everybody's missing out on during this time, super important. So hopefully everybody jumps in the fall.
Yeah.
Right. And however you want us to help, by all means, we are here for it. I'm a big advocate for Girls on the Run, not just because of our partnership, but just because I've seen the difference in confidence when Valerie was in it, and how she had something to look forward to, and she would always talk about her friends, and oh yeah, and I helped this this little girl, and we were cheering for her, and we were trying to make her not feel bad because she was behind, and we all slowed down to race with her. I'm like, oh, proud parent moment.
Oh, I love to hear that. We are all about having those positive connections between girls, so we have positive relationships with women when we get older, right? And,
yeah,
we're not always good at that, and that's what we're trying to create. So I appreciate you saying that.
no, absolutely. I mean, that's one of our biggest mantras too. We are trying to promote healthy girls so they can become healthy women. So absolutely. But Lea, I want to thank you so very much for jumping on this podcast with us. I think our audience will learn so much, and I'm pretty sure that you will get bombarded with questions on how they can sign up, what can they do, how can they, be part of this amazing organization. I look forward to seeing what the fall has in store for us, and Valerie being part of that too, and my own daughter. I'm again a big advocate for Girls on the Run, and I wouldn't put her in anything that I don't believe is absolutely fundamental to her, holistic growth as well. And once again, thank you so very, very much. I think that's a wrap.